Okay, I think now we're live on YouTube, so we can start. I'm going to start introducing myself. I'm Mel Tavares, I'm from São Paulo, I live here. I like to study languages. I like to I don't know, to be with my dogs, to eat, and that's it. I intend to work with the languages in the future, but not for now because I'm too at the beginning. What about you, Elias?
Hi, I'm Elias. I'm 37. I live in Teresópolis. Teresópolis is a small city from Rio de Janeiro state. It takes about 2 hours from Rio capital. Brazilian Football Club, CBF is here on Teresópolis. I'm married. I have no kids yet. I have no pets because I live in a small flat. I think it's not a good space for having pets. I work with IT since 2008. It's over 16 years ago. And on my free time, I like to listen to music. I enjoy Japanese food. And about foods, I eat almost everything. Yes, that's about me.
Very nice. And what about you, Moises? Can you introduce yourself for us?
Okay, I am mute. Okay, I am developer, software developer. I am 53. I have married. I am married. I have two sons. Okay. Um, Today I have been living Braga, Portugal. I love read books. I like read. I like watching TV series. I don't. I don't. I haven't pet. Uh, that's it.
Okay, interesting. And what about you, William? Can you say something?
Yes, first of all, thank you so much for this opportunity to have me here. I'm William. I'm 29 years old, and I have a baby. Her name is Sarah. She's just 2 years old, and I'm going to get married maybe in May. So my wife is planning this this married with me, and I'm studying computer science as well. I work with IT as a network engineer, and I'm studying English for a while. So yeah, I like to do hiking trail, something like that on my in my day offs, and stay with my family, especially with my daughter. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, nice. And how long have you been here in Talk and Talk?
Well, I met this project with Philip, I think 2021. Yes, it
Okay,
was my first contact with the community, and I am still here until now.
yeah, that's amazing that you are here all of that time. Okay, guys, so I'm going to say some things about the platform and then we can start reading the questions and answering, okay? So, Talk and Talk is a place where we can practice our English, French, Spanish, Italian, Mandarin, and in the future, other languages. So, here is a safe place to make mistakes. We are not here to judge anybody, and we are just here to learn with each other. I'm not a teacher, so I'm not going to teach you anything. And this conversation is 100% in English. But of course, if we need to use a word here or there in Portuguese, that's okay. But you guys are gonna learn a lot, me too, and that's it about it. Okay. So let
Okay.
me see. Moises, can you read and answer the first question for us?
Okay. What are the common emotion stage people go through after a breakup? Good question, really, because yes, uh, about that think about to break up relationship. Yes, that's it. That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, a long time ago. Yeah. I think about I think about depends on the side the person stay because in a relationship if I want break up uh, I think that person is it's a good it's a night is comfortable, but the other side, the another side, if that person don't break up, oh, I think that person suffering a lot. I think that. I remember with that thing occurs with me. Oh, during a relationship, I don't break up. Oh, I'm suffering a lot. But like said the dictator, the 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 water passed in the river. Then yeah, but I think that maybe I think the emotional stage is different from point view you, the person was happening, okay, is happening that I think that.
Okay, interesting. And what about you, William? What do you think about it?
Well, so I had a bad experience some years ago with my first girlfriend, and I confess it was terrible because you don't want to do nothing, so you don't have interest in to do nothing anymore. So it's difficult for you to eat something, to join with other people. People sometimes they invite you to have a, how can you say, a hangout, but you don't want to go there. You just want to stay at home alone, so listen to sad music. I don't know why we decide to listen to sad music instead to listen something that you're going to put you up, more excited and recover your feeling. But for me, it was that. So you don't want to do nothing, just in reading the, past messaging and review the pictures that appear for you, some memory on Google Photos. It's terrible because you remember that time, and especially when you listen to music that make you, how can I say, remember that moment with your girlfriend or boyfriend, ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend. It's terrible. So I think you don't want to do nothing, just in feeling bad and start to think about it was my mistake, what I'm doing wrong because we decided to break up. But it's sad. So I remember that I was feeling so sad and upset, but it was a great decision. But it's take a long time, to you realize that you made a good decision, and even you have some people around you, good friends, or even your parents that they say some advice for you, but you don't listen to them. But after a while, after some time, you stop to cry, and you're like, okay, now it's time to grow up and move forward. The world can't stop just because I have my breakup. The life need continues. But the emotion stage is that, so you feel sad. You don't want to talk about anyone. Then you just wake up and start to feeling and start to move forward, continue your life. But it's difficult. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, and what's your point of view about that, Elias?
Depends on the situation. In my case, I don't have too many relationships, just two. But I break up with my ex-girlfriends, and they don't break up with me. Uh, then in this case, I don't feel very sad about this. Okay, in despite of which side is breakup is always a breakup. There are feelings involved, but it's not the same. But usually people, I don't know, get like William said, get sad, don't feel willing to do nothing, stay at home. But depends. I know some people that break up with the ex-boyfriend and go out tonight and start to. Um, I forget the word in English para to ficar. Break up, go night and ficou com alguns. Uh, Depends on the situation, depends on the person. But usually, I think most of people get sad, get what's the problem with me? Is my fault? Things like that. People feel sad, don't like William said, then don't usually don't hear the advice of the family. It's a kind of reclusion, a kind of I don't know, like people lost something, lost someone, when someone passed away, pessoa fica de luto, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think it depends too, and it depends too on each, what person breaks up, like, and the other one usually is more emotional, or I don't know, because they didn't thought about breaking up. So, and the other person broke up with them. So now maybe they think they are not enough for the other person, for their partner. And I think it's always, there's always some stages of, as William said, just being at home, doesn't want to talk with anybody, listen to sad songs, and just don't want to socialize, basically. But as Elias said, maybe because of a situation, I don't know, the person didn't want to be in the relationship since the beginning. So now that the relationship is gone, now they can do whatever they want to do. So it's like that too, in my point of view. But yeah, I think it's always complex to talk about it, and it's always being in that situation complex to go through it. Maybe because the person doesn't see a different path, a different way that they can go to deal with the situation, but it usually makes the people sad, and to reflect and make them reflect more about the things that they've done, and yeah, how they can be better for now on. So William, can you read and answer the next question, number 2?
Yes, so number 2, how important it is to seek support from friends and family after breakup. Yeah, it's really good and really important. So especially for our parents, our mom, they are the most important person that they come to us and give us a great advice, but well, at this moment we are blind, and we want to see the truth, you know. We just want to keep crying. It's my time to suffering. So I know it's a good advice, but it's my time to suffering. So yeah, my mom, I remember she came to me and she gave me great advice. My father as well. So my father have a great experience with women more than me in the past, and he was a great person to give me advice, and friends as well. So they invited me to hang out, just to forget, you know, this situation, this terrible situation. And yeah, it's really important to have people, good friends that you can talk and open your heart and mind, because when you have friends that you're going to open your feeling with that person, but that person, instead to help you, put down, instead to listen and give support to you, it's they start to say bad things for you, but it's good to have some friends that can help you and support you in the moment that you are feeling so bad. And the more important thing is accept, the situation, and have someone to talk, because to talk is the best thing. Because if you just keep in your mind, in your heart, this bad feeling, you can just get a depression, and it's not good. So you needed to have someone that you can talk, and that person is there just to listen. Sometimes you just to listen. You don't want to listen. How can you say you don't want to listen to another opinion, but you want that a person listen you. It's your moment to talk. So just keep quiet and listen, and just agree with me. Sometimes you just want someone for that. And for this reason, I think it's good to have a good friends. that you can share your feeling, and they will keep secret, and they will help you working with you to keep you up, and return to be yourself again, a happy person. Because you don't know, but the another person is living their life, and you are there suffering, and they are enjoy. So yeah, it's good to have someone that you can have a good support. And the family, I think, in their house, our parents, they are the first person that they will help us. Yeah.
Elias, do you agree with him? How's your opinion about that?
Yes, I agree. I think it's important to having someone to talk, because some people get depression, and I don't know, being isolated is not good in this situation, because some people can get depression and can commit suicide. So yes, we heard about some people that do this. I think it's important to having support of family, friends, and people have to, like William said, to accept the situation. The life continues, uh, and people have to understand. Um, so sometimes we found a nice person, and we think, this is the best person in my life, the very special person in my life. But sometimes there's another person that in the same way, in the same level, special too. But we usually we put that person in a high level. Okay, me here and the person is here. It's not good. We have to understand that we are in the same level. Okay, it's not I'm not talking about feminism, machismo. Okay, we are in the same level with different functions. Okay, but in the same level. If we understand it, I think it's easier to deal with breakups. Okay, like I said, I've never break up. My ex-girlfriend don't break up with me. I break up with them, but I think there's some feelings, and we have to understand the situation.
Yeah, I think the same thing as you too. And I think it's what was I about to say? I think it's so important, like to have a support, and not just but you have to be cautious about the friends, because maybe the person can be friend of your partner, so too, and then they choose a side, so they just hear some things from you and just tell the other person, and I don't know, take some do some actions that is not going to be good for you both. And I'd say that it's not like one person against the other, it's both against the problem, so it's always a team, as Elias said. I think that too. And yeah, I think it's always to count on someone, it's so important, so you can have a base, a strong relationship, and if the breakup is necessary, just to face it the best way you can, maybe thinking that that was a bad situation, of course, but that was to make you grow up, to develop yourself, to realize new things, and that's it. So now, even though you didn't want that to happen, but it had to happen for you to have this mentality now, from now on. And what about you, Moises, João?
No problem. João or Moisés, no problem. Uh, yes, I think very important the support during process, because if the person was suffering, okay, because another person don't need support, or very 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 happy. Yes, sometimes, yes, okay, depends on, I told before, but we all like my friends told before. Any support is very important because the person, I think that need oh God, I have a problem with my oh well, the person needs to support because the suffering the friends or your friends or his family or her family, yes, I don't know, can open your mind, you can explain another way to pass it for process, because I think the person close yourself in your pain sometimes, or I know person don't accept the pain, then go to party after party to forget the problem, to seek new person. Well, I think the process depending on the person, but all support is very important during the process. I think that.
Yeah, I think it's a moment where we are fragile, more indecised, more vulnerable, and I think it's that you said. It's
But I know the person has uh, facing that problem another way. Don't sad search new part and new things to forget the problem. Well, I think each person uh, treat the problem, tratar, treat like that, treat the problem our way, sua maneira, our maneira própria, né? Myself way, I don't know. I think that.
yeah, I see that too. Yeah, I think it's a situation where we can let ourselves be taken by anything that appears in front of us. Like if there's an opportunity to go to a party, maybe the person will decide to go there just because don't want to feel that anymore. They just want to forget about it, as you said. Interesting.
Yes.
So, Elias, can you read and answer the next question for us?
Yes, of course. How important is to seek support from friends? Oh, sorry, number 3. What are some healthy coping mechanisms to deal with the pain of breakup? I don't know. I think he understands that the life continues. I think we have to not put how can I say? We have to understand yourselves and having some individual projects like let's say like that. For example, I can't put my entire life behind my entire life rounded by the another person. Cause, for example, I have my if I like I said, I enjoy Japanese food. I have to take sometimes. Okay, if my girlfriend don't like Japanese food, but sometimes I buy for me. I for example, now we are studying English. See, if my girlfriend don't study English, okay, but I will continue studying English. They said I have to do something, individual things, because there is a phrase I will talk in Portuguese, because I think it's not a good translation in English. Tampa da panela, metade da laranja. I don't agree with this expression. Because me, I'm a entire person, a complete person. It's not a half person. I don't agree with this expression. I'm a person with my problems, with my qualities. And then when we start a relationship, we start with a complete person, not with just a half person. Then I have to some things about some individual things. I have my favorite colors, my favorite kind of music is my favorite um, everything. And then I understand that sometimes we give up for a while with some things, but it's not avoid all things that I enjoy, that I enjoy. Because if I do this, it's impossible to live to have a relationship. And usually talk about people in general, but I think more for for women. I think women found someone to bring a kind of security. And to have security, I have my plans, I have my personality, I have my, I don't know, my life. Then if I decide to bring someone to enjoy life together, okay, I put some things together. I bring some things of her life to my life, but I have to give some of me to the other side. And if we understand it, okay, breakup is not okay. It's not good. It's not good, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, I think that too. Like, a couple, for example, can have the all the relationship and be together all the time, but they also have to have some time for each one of them separately. So maybe just go out with the she will go out with her friends, and you will do the same thing in another moment, or just like this. Because I think it's not just being together 100% of the time, 24/7. Yeah, and that's, I think it's based on the construction on a strong relationship to support each other, and not just to be glued to each other together all the time. I think it's more about being okay, being in peace with yourself, than having to build and then building another relationship. Because if you don't feel fulfilled inside with your own self, I think it's so difficult to fulfill yourself with, like, the presence of another person in your life. I think it's not that will help you to with your maybe insecurities, or with your life, or with the things that you don't just didn't figure out how to be okay, be in peace with your own self. I think like that too. What
Yes,
about you?
let me just add something. I think for people that get married, just me usually okay, we have to having friends besides the partner. But in my opinion, okay, I don't know if you agree, but when we get married, the person he has the place of best friend is my wife. I think it's not good for the relationship for couples in general that get married. That imagine a situation. I get married with my wife, but Mel Tavares is my best friend. I think it's a little strange. Imagine I confidence something to Mel and not with my wife. I think it's a kind of a fictilian, understand? But okay, we have to having friends, Boys and girls too, but my best friend is my wife. Let me just add this thing.
Yeah, to separate things a little bit, not just to mix everything up. Right.
Yes.
And what do you think about it, Joe?
I think about that question 3. Okay. Yes. I think about is important. The person has occup, occup, occupation, occupation, or occup, occupy, occupy your mind with productive things or health things, because during the process the person that person will have a possibility uh, uh, digerir in your digerir the situation, and during the process the person realize about your his environment. Okay, his environment, that things will things in another thing, or other good things. Yes. I think the process uh, spend time. Yes, spending time. Then the person need search good person, uh, persons he or love her or love his. Yes, because complicated time. I think that.
Yeah, I see it. And what do you think about it, William?
Well, so I think the first thing that we needed to do is to take a time off of social media, because most of the time when you break up with someone, so we continue to stalk that person, and we can see that person is in another life, and you continue to follow her or follow him, and instead you feel better, you start to feel upset, terrible. I think it's the more important thing. First of all, it's take a time off social media, and you won't see that person for a while. You want to continue and follow that person for a while, and then start to recover a new life for yourself. So you need to find love for yourself again, because you had a good life before to meet someone. It's not because you break up that you stop continuing your life. You need to feel in love with yourself. you know Go to the shopping, spend some money, buy some great shoes or great clothes. Change your hairstyle. You need to discover yourself, continue to do something that you like to do before to meet that person. And not to find someone again so fast, because I'm not a specialist, but it's take a time. you know for example, you break up in 1 month, and you need to find someone just to cover the hole in your heart with another person. It's not good. So you need to love yourself. So if you respect yourself, your body, your mind, your soul, so you are not to worry about I needed to find someone as soon as possible. Of course, that another person. You needed to feel in love with yourself. Discover things that sometimes it was impossible to do with another person, and now you can do with yourself. Traveling, go to the gym, eat different foods. Yeah, I think it's something like that. Feel in love with yourself. I think it's the first important thing when you break up with another person. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes people start a relationship with someone and maybe they don't even have the ability, the capacity to handle it. So they just do it for fun, or I don't know, but doesn't have the maturity enough to handle that in in a normal way, just like a great relationship. I think it's not to look for another person too, because it's not, as we all are saying, it's not about the other person. It's not now that you broke up, you'll just find another one and leave what you wanted to leave with the first one. It's a different person, it's with different goals, with a different mind, and I think it's not even going to help you with anything. Of course, you can just talk to people, just get out of your house just to forget a little bit about it, the situation, but not to do anything without thinking, without let me see, without, yeah, without this time to take to yourself, to reflect about some things about yourself, what you wanted to do before the relationship, and what you can do now to be better, to forget a little bit about it, and to get over it, to you know so just go through it without risking yourself, without being in trouble. That's it. I think everybody answered. So, William, can you read and answer the next question?
Yes, question number 4. What are the benefits and potential downside of stay friends with an ex-partner? Well, I think it's depend on your maturity because the life continues and you won't stop to talk and break up the relationship with their family. So sometimes we just break up with ex-girlfriend or boyfriend and we stop to talk with their family. It's not good. So you need to continue the relationship. But yeah, it depends on your maturity. Sometimes you had a terrible breakup. The way that you guys break up, it was terrible. Maybe a cheating with another person, unfair with another person, and it's difficult to continue friend of this person. But it's not stop you to have a relationship with their family, especially if you live in a small city, for example, in a small city, and we'll continue to see that person on the street, their family, and we won't stop the relationship with their parents or their family just because you break up with that person. So yeah, it's depending on your maturity with both, So imagine that you are living with the person for 10 years, you have involved in their family, and the person is involved in your family as well, and just because you guys break up, you stop to talk, you prohibit your parents talk with her and her parents as well. It's not good because you involve your family as well. So it's not good. So if you have maturity, you can see that person on the street. So you say hi or not. So I think respect is the more important thing. If you want to talk with me or not, but at least you respect me. So I think it's the more important thing to have respect each other and with their family as well. Yeah, I think it's that respect.
Yeah. And Elias, do you agree with him? How's that for
Yeah,
you?
yes, I agree. I agree with you, William. Because I think it depends on the maturity of the person. Depends on how this relationship was broken. Because sometimes it's very strange. Imagine a situation. I break up with my ex-boyfriend, or she break up with me, But okay, we stay friends. But she starts another relationship, and maybe I know the another person, the boy. That's imagine the situation. I think it's very strange. Imagine I know about my ex-girlfriend and the another guy know too. Understand? I think it's very, very strange. I don't know. Like I said, I've never having this experience, but my ex-girlfriend, I break up, I don't see her anymore. I think, I don't know, it's not good. And imagine a situation if, okay, I break up with my ex-boyfriend. I start a new relationship. My new girlfriend maybe will be jealous about it. Imagine, oh, you have to stop to see her. Imagine, I don't know, I think, okay, I'm not saying we have to be enemies. No, it's not like that. But maybe it's better to stay far from the another person.
Okay. And how do you see it, John?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. My computer is crazy now. Oh God. Oh God. Wait a minute. I need to close the window because my computer. Oh, oh God, crazy. Meu. Oh, oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think about that point. Uh, People deal with the problem in their our way. Okay, then it's depending on each person. I agree with Elias. Uh, the the couple don't need to be enemy, but if the couple has maturity, oh, I don't see the problem. If a couple uh, who were comfortable with the relationship or friendly anxiety friendlyship, then I don't see the problem. But I know couple uh, we can't know they can't to be a friend because very hard machucado, né? Very hard machucado, then I think depends on maturity the couple. Okay, I think that.
Yeah. I think it depends on the maturity too. But I agree with all. So it's kind of
Yes.
both. Because I think it depends of the maturity, of course. But as Elia said, I think it's not. I do not recommend that because, as he said, it's like the new one, the new boyfriend or girlfriend will not see it in a good way, because why would you keep contact with your ex? I don't think that would be nice. Just imagine yourself in that situation. I don't think that would be cool. But of course, having the maturity, the new couple can just establish this to clear, no, not to clear, but to clarify the situation, telling how it works. And if they want to change something, they can talk about it and then maybe change that together. Like, okay, you're not, even though you have you had a story with her, with him. I wouldn't like you to do that. So if that's something that you decide together, that's okay. Okay, stop talking to that person, but without being abusive. I think it's completely different things that we have to be cautious about it. But yeah, I think that's a little bit of what everybody said. So let me see. Elias, can you read and answer the next question?
Yeah, number 5.
Five.
Yes. How can one identify and avoid unhealthy partners in future relationships? I don't know. I think it's very difficult because people, I forget the word. I think people when start a new relationship, some people, not all people, they act like another person. They don't see, they don't put out the cards in the table. Usually they I'm not saying they lie, but they don't put out the things on the table. They usually hide some things. They hide some important aspects. I think we have. I don't know. I watched a video. I think last week. Then we have to. I don't know the expression in English. Da corda. Because if we, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, people start acting. Oh, okay, he don't like this, that, I mean, do this, that. But before, when the relationship become more deep, I think it's too late. And I think observe, I think especially for women's, observe how the boy treats the family, the mother. Because we have psychologists say that we tend to repeat the behavior about your parents. Then if my father is very rude and polite, okay, it's not a rule, okay? But usually I have a tendency to act like that. And the for the women is tends to act like her mother, and if her mother is like is very uh, mandona, digamos assim, then is a tendency to the women have the same behavior. Yes, I think you observe how is the behavior with their parents, especially their parents.
Okay. And what do you think about it, João?
I think it's important after the breakup, the person take a time to thinking in your relationship during the process. What happened? About taste, about uh, intent, buff intent, okay, behavior, buff behavior, because sometimes I think during relationship, the each person uh, show your gostos, your intent, your aspiration, your goals, like you told before. Then, if the person when the process, if that person realize the other person intent another direction, oh, it's a sign. Then during the relationship has a many signs, but because feeling the person ignorate that is a very important thinking, realize, or talking about with his mother or her mother, yes, or father, yes, because he has experience during the about that matter. Then I think he is important that time. I don't agree. The person finish the relationship, started soon new relationship. Is a very complicated. Sky, psychology explain very danger that thing. Very nocivo, okay? Then I think that, okay?
Okay.
And I agree with Elias
Interesting.
as well, okay?
About that question, I think it's more like you can't see very much the difference in like two different relationships. I think you can see more the patterns with more, with more relationships in general. But I think it's more easy. It's easier. Someone from that is not in the relationship to see it, the patterns, the bad unhealthy patterns in the relationship. Of course there are some things that just the couple know, and it's a different thing, but the things that the other people can see, I think they can they can tell us too, like, did you realize that now you do the same thing that you were doing with the other one, and that was the main reason that you guys broke up? I think it's possible another person to see it and maybe to tell us so we can realize more, we can pay more attention to that, and to avoid it, unhealthy patterns in future relationships. I think it's always to try to be like, not to be together just for being together or to be worse. I think it's a soma. It's like 1+1. It's for both to grow up, not to be worse than they were singles. I think it's always to be better, to be a team, to be better in general in life. What about you, William?
Yeah, so sometimes we can see the sign in the first contact, so you start to realize that that person is lying for you so much. It's not respect to you, it's yelling with you, and you needed to try to correct that. How you can do that? Start a conversation, you know. Conversation, I think it's a great way to establish a good relationship because we are human, we always make mistakes, but we can try to avoid that. So if in the past you were a disrespectful guy, you are impatient, to avoid that, to have a good relationship, you need to change. So it's impossible to know about the person 100%. So my mom used to say that for me, I am married with your father for more than 30 years, and we don't know each other 100%. But to have a good conversation, I think it's the best way to avoid some mistake. Because how I said, so we always make mistake, but if you talk, I don't like the way that you are talking with me, the way that you deal with the situation. So if you want to establish a good situation, we needed to work, how can you say, talk in the same language. So yeah, I think it's that. So avoid make some mistake that you made in the past, and have a good conversation. And yeah, I think it's that. So it's not easy, how you said. So the people that is outside of the relationship can see. Sometimes you live in a bad relationship, but you are used with that bad relationship that you are blind. You don't can see. But the another person that is outside of your house can notice that and avoid. Yeah, it's something like that. Thank you.
That was a great topic, guys. I agree with you too. And yeah, I just sent the survey link on the chat, so if you guys can, just click there and leave a comment telling about how was the conversation. And I wish we had more time to talk more about it, because I think it's a complex theme that we could be like hours talking about it and reflecting, but we don't have it. So thank you so much for being here. I have two immersions on Tuesdays. It's 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. So if you guys can or want to be with me again in another immersion, just be there. It's today, actually, right after this one. And that's it. Thank you for being here. And if you have any suggestions too, just leave there on the survey link.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
guys.